Hello, hi, Soca lovers. It's TuneTuesday. Come in, come in, come in. Prince Junior doing? I am well, thank you for asking. DJ HD. Hello, hi. Trinity Tech Audio, hello, hi. So I know we haven't played this song in a long time. So if you remember a couple years ago, our first official anthem for the whole year was Soca Land by Jamesy P, a Vincy artist. And I thought it was only fitting for us to dust it off and bring it back, even though we still haven't picked an official anthem for 2021 TuneTuesday episodes, but that's okay. I don't know why this one piece of hair just don't want to act right. No brought up, see. Anyway, so we definitely have to start with Jamesy P. That song is Soca Land. Today we are talking about St. Vincent. We are talking about La Soufriere, the volcano, the effects it's having on the Vincentians, the effect it's having all over the Caribbean, quite frankly, and throughout the diaspora, because I'm sitting here in New York and I'm wondering and I'm worried about what's going on there, and I know you guys are too. And so I said, let's have a real discussion today. I reached out to quite a few people to join the show today, and I'll be honest with you. The people I reached out with are people who are doing serious work, getting donations, coordinating donations, worrying about family, taking care of family. And so they may or may not show up. And we will not hold it against them because they are doing real work. So let's get into another Jamesy P. This is Jamesy P Strength. Trinidad Madman, unless you're talking about Vincy, I have to keep the line open for the people that I invited today. But I appreciate you for joining Big Bad Soca Artists, coming in here. I know you have new music. Check out Trinidad Madman when you have a minute. Here is Jamesy P, and the song is Strength. That's Jamesy P, and the song is called Strength. Right now, we are seeing Vincentians display a whole lot of strength. I can't imagine in the face of huge natural disaster, like an earthquake above me, and and you are okay and you're taking care of family and moving people around, that's a lot. That's pretty dope. MJ758, hello, hi. I would love to speak to any Vincys right now and how you're doing, how you're holding up, how's your family doing. I hope all is well. I definitely want to keep a little keep it a little light because I have been shown by the Vincentians that you know, you can have strength in the face of adversity, that you can move on in the face of what could seem like it's just impossible. They are doing it with grace. And so big up to everybody on the island and everybody in the diaspora that's doing their part to help out. I also want to know if you guys have places where you could donate, places where you could volunteer, if you know, have information. I want to know about that as well. It's hard to vet all of these things, so I ask you, if you do get information here today, that you vet it on your own, because some things will be coming in live and I won't have time to vet it. So take your time, do your research, figure out where you want to spend your money and your energy, but definitely do support the people of St. Vincent. Rudy Smooth, hello, hi. Thank you for joining us again for TuneTuesday. Brooklyn Psycho, big up your big bad self for coming in. So that was Jamesy P's Strength. And putting this show together, I definitely had to play this one. This is Skinny Fabulous featuring Rodney Small. This Island Is Mine. Big up yourself. Miss Juve, hello, hi.
Take a drive to the countryside, drop the window and feel the vibe. There's no other place.
I see the good doctor join. Big up yourself, good doctor, Dr. CG Brilliant. Right now, you all need a pocket of peace. So make sure you go to pocketofpeaceliving.com and order your pocket of peace right now. The amount of things that Black people in this world are dealing with, it is stress upon stress. Make sure you do. All right, we're going to have our first guest. Let's see. We're waiting. Guys, make sure you get your pocket of peace. I literally have mine right here because it's a stressful day. There's so much going on. I'm telling you. Have you guys been to Vincy Day in New York? If you haven't, you need to. Hopefully we can get that back soon. Vincy Day in New York is a vibe. I just mentioned it because you just said it in the song. Big Bad Soca artist Mason, I see you on the check-in, and I definitely need to hear from you and see how's it going. All right, we're waiting for the Counsel General of Barbados to join us. Let's see. Let's see if he could come in. Oh, here we go. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I am well. I will give you the TuneTuesday hello of hello, hi.
Hi.
I'm
Hello to all listening.
I am so happy you're able to join us.
My,
Um,
my pleasure.
so I just introduced you as the Counsel General for Barbados. Um, tell the people a little bit about your role, and then we'll talk about why I've asked you to come on today.
Um, Role is broken down in two things really. We look after uh, what we call counselor staff, which is passport renewals, persons who want to repatriate home, uh, deportations, uh, citizens in distress, that sort of thing. And then the other aspect is engaging the diaspora in the 11 states that we represent, which are states on the eastern side, but mainly New York, New Jersey, Philly, Connecticut, and Massachusetts.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your service for sure. I know many times we need the support, we need the help. But today I asked you to come on because um, we know that Barbados is a neighboring island to St. Vincent. And initially, when the volcano started to have activity, we just heard Barbados is willing to help, willing to take in people. And now, that was Friday. And now we're at Tuesday. And it's like, wait, do we need to send support to Barbados? Because every day we're getting more videos of ash affecting Barbados. Do you know how it is on the ground in Barbados?
Well, the ash has been heavy because the wind direction has taken the ash from most of the explosions to Barbados. But you know, it's we are Caribbean people, and we do recognize that the folks, our brethren in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, are the ones really under stress at this time. So, we are coping as best we can. It will take a while for the ash to be removed and so on, and that depends on obviously the volcanic activity which is ongoing. There was one this morning for sure. I haven't had any updates, but Barbados is coping. There was a cleanup started yesterday, and people are doing it the best they can.
And right now, what is the support that Barbados is offering to St. Vincent?
Uh, Barbados is all kinds of support, really. Logistical support, um, support with immediate needs, the whole range. The one of the important things is that a number of the cruise liners that are actually stationed in Barbados we were able to have them deployed very quickly to get people off the areas that need to be evacuated. And that obviously had to do with Barbados's tourism product and relationship with the cruise lines. But there's a whole list of things that are immediate needs, and Barbados is helping with that. I should also mention that the regional agency for disaster response is based in Barbados, Sedera, and that is the agency that is really coordinating the the support to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Okay. Do you know if there's any are there any scientists in Barbados that are looking at the volcano? Have they been focused on it before now?
Yeah, there are some scientists in Barbados. There's ongoing collaboration between the various scientists, and I imagine that they're also liaising with experts throughout. There's always collaboration on those kind of things. La Soufriere is a fairly dangerous volcano. Anytime there's an eruption, there's danger. Um, and it's been what, 5 days now, 4 or 5 days. So the last one was in 1979, I believe. So yeah, it's a touch and go situation, and we must not forget that we're still in the midst of COVID.
You're right.
So it's like blows on top of blows, as we say in the Caribbean.
And that was the next thing. A lot of people are outside of St. Vincent are concerned for the people of St. Vincent because we're hearing that people have to get vaccinated if they go to other islands. Do you know if Vincentians have to get vaccinated before they can enter Barbados?
No, that I don't know.
Okay.
That I do not know. But I imagine that there have to be some protocols put in place, because you don't want, in trying to solve one problem, create another problem.
Right.
The COVID situation has put all the Caribbean islands, especially, but it's a worldwide thing, but Caribbean islands have suffered substantially uh, because of the economic outfall. Of course, we put life first, and we do regret the deaths and sympathize with all those who have lost loved ones and friends and so on. But for small states like the Caribbean, over the last decade or so, we've been really been hammered with natural disasters and so on and so forth. And while one might be concentrated, let's say, even as far north as Bahamas, there's always a ripple effect throughout the Caribbean when something like this happens. So, we have to come together and do whatever we can to assist our brethren. But we also have to make sure that in doing that, that we are not creating another upsurge, of the COVID. Um, I can't comment on the requirements because I haven't been updated on that. I've just various things, and I must tell you that I don't take advice from social media as gospel. I always as good as social media can be,
Right.
you know, that is how we are getting pretty live information as we go along. But it can also be, there's a destructive side, and there are people who, for their own purposes, put things in, unfortunately. So I have to be guided by the official position, and as of now, I haven't heard that. But I hope, what I will say is that there are questions about vaccines, and that is, and you should ask questions.
Yeah.
Everyone should ask questions. However, we've been in this now more than a year, and the vaccine seems to be the only way out. So let's take the only way out. At least it gives us some kind of protection. So I'm encouraging all persons who have not had the vaccine to have some kind of vaccine. Make your choice, and let's get to a position where we can hug one another freely, and all of that sort of thing. We can get back out there. Your show is Soca, that's Soca. That's our thing. So we want to get back out there and Soca.
So my next question is, are we having crop over? Did you get that message? Will there be crop over this year? Did they send down word?
Last week there was a statement that there will be crop over at some level. Of course, we've had the explosion since then,
right?
And so everything is a day to day by day. But hopefully something can happen. I'm not so sure that we can have the more livelier aspects of crop over, which would be Kadooment and the massive fets and so on. But I believe there are other aspects to crop over. There's the culinary side, there are tours, there are readings, that sort of, yeah. So maybe we can do something with that. I'm sure that the government has said that an announcement will be made in coming weeks.
Okay.
So let's keep our fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything crossed, and hopefully we can get to a position where somehow we can enjoy some kind of music,
Yeah.
even if we can't go on the road and that sort of thing.
All right, fine. Well, listen, I have taken vaccines to travel to other countries. And so I want to know, will I have to have a vaccine to enter? I'm in New York. Will I have to have a vaccine to enter Barbados, like going forward?
Right now, the protocol is if you don't have a vaccine, for people going to Barbados right now, you need a PCR test 3 days before. You go to Barbados, you present that, upload it, and so on, and you're quarantined for about 5 to 7 days. You get another test, and if it is negative, you're free to go. Um, the official vaccine protocol has not come out yet, but the Prime Minister has alluded to it. And what will happen is that you will still be required to have a PCR test, even though you're vaccinated.
Okay.
And you are also given another test as soon as you get to Barbados.
Okay.
And you will go into quarantine at an approved facility for a day or two until you get that back.
Okay.
And then you're free to go. A difference of 5 days, which is,
That's big.
which is good.
Americans don't like to take vacation. So if I if I lose 5 days in quarantine, then it's a deterrent for us to go, because 5 days is all you get.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
It's a tough thing, but
Yeah.
we have to be mindful again that
Of course.
a priority is protection of the people in the country,
Well,
and maintaining, even as much as we want to welcome people, and we do welcome people, we still have to protect our citizens and be mindful that we have to protect our economy. The sooner we can get back to welcoming people in numbers, the better for all of us. But we can only do that if people are vaccinated, if people follow the protocols and so on. You just said, there are certain countries that require you to take a vaccine to go to their country, and we do that willingly.
right.
And I am not going to be presumptuous, but I imagine that there will be requirements for you to show your little card. I believe I have mine. You show your little card, and
Right.
and that you're going to be required to show that at various places. Maybe if you like theater, especially those areas that are fairly enclosed. So if you're like me and you like to go to Broadway shows and so on, I imagine you will have to show your card. I imagine also that some airlines will require you to do that, just as much as you have to take a yellow fever vaccine to go to
right.
certain places, and you do that willingly.
Right.
It's about protecting the majority.
Exactly.
So safety first.
So you and I are in New York. Is there anything that New Yorkers can do to support the relief efforts? Do you need anything from us right now?
There's a list of needs. Big items, small items, things like folding cots, blankets, sleeping mats, and water is always necessary. Obviously, with the dust and so on, there's substantial water pollution and that sort of thing. Reflective vests, masks with filters, and I believe there will be a call for non-perishable items.
Okay.
So but immediately, those people who want to contribute should really contribute, if they can afford it, contribute money, so that the authorities can purchase quickly what is needed. Because there are logistics involved in us sending stuff from New York, let's say.
Right.
It's going to take a while to be bought. It's going to take a while to be shipped. And then where do you ship it to?
Right.
So I know that persons rush to collect items and so on, and I would just say to let's get some detailed information from the authorities. There's a St. Vincent and Grenadines consulate. In fact, we're having a meeting tomorrow, all the Caribbean consul generals,
Wonderful.
to see where we are. But as much as we want to help, let's do it in a systematic way. Let's do it in an organized way, because as we know, with all disaster responses, unfortunately, uh, with all goodwill, a lot of the materials, a lot of what is connected, just goes to waste. Some of it is not needed. Some of it cannot be used for various reasons, and there can be a lot of duplication. What is happening in St. Vincent now, certain things are needed quickly. And the quickest way to do that is to send money. You don't have to, it can be $100. It all adds up. And it goes to, there is an account. Let me see if I can get it for you. Through the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, which is SEDEMA, based in Barbados. There's an account. The account number is 103666589, and that is at First Caribbean International Bank, Rendezvous, Christchurch in Barbados.
First Caribbean International Bank.
Yeah, for Rendezvous, Christchurch, Barbados.
Okay.
I believe tomorrow there will be some other additional information in terms of what the St. Vincent Counsel General and his officials are planning, and we will know that. But I believe that there will be a drop-off on Saturday at Friends of Crown Heights. That's at 671 Prospect Place in Brooklyn. 671 Prospect Place. You can send, I believe, to Standard Shippers, which is at 9502 Ditmas Avenue, Brooklyn. And I believe that there will be additional information as we go to hand.
Great. Well, I will share this with you guys again. If you didn't have a pen, didn't write it down, I did. So I will post it up as well. So make sure you guys are following, and I will stay in contact with you hopefully by the end of the week, so we can see if there are any new developments, any things that we should be focused on.
That would be great. I think after tomorrow we will have a clearer picture of where we can help from New York, because there might be certain things that we can source in New York and the other states that might be difficult to get down there. So once we have that picture, I'd be happy to share that with you. It's been a pleasure. I want to thank you for having me on. And next time, hopefully, I can be a little more loose.
Yeah.
And we can
in Soca.
Yeah, we can do some soca songs,
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know you're very busy, especially at this time. Thank you for joining the show. Everybody, please say thank you.
Thank you so much. And let's give our brothers some support in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And also, let us be mindful we are still in COVID situations. Let us protect ourselves. Let us protect our families. Let us protect our friends. Get vaccinated, people.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Let's see if we can get one of the soca artists to join us, or Marlon Hill, if he's still available. Fire Empress. Mason, we can't see your face.
Hey, what's up?
Hello, hi.
Hi.
How are you? We sincerely want to know, how are you doing? Uh-oh, you're breaking up.
Well, by now you heard the news, explosion outside. Literally looks like a sci-fi movie. Oh, great.
You're
I'm
in
in the
St. Vincent, right?
Yeah, I am. I am.
Which part? Which zone are you in?
Yeah, but I'm in the green zone.
Okay.
I'm in the green zone actually. Like most people is right now. Most people in the green zone. Just like me. I in Bel yeah, just yeah, man.
And how
All around it.
how is it breathing outside?
Oh, I like even talking to you right now. It's just yeah, it's heavy on the chest. Yeah. And it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter what you do, really. It doesn't really matter what you do. Like you could windows, you could do whatever. Eventually, you're gonna want oxygen, but then there's no fresh oxygen outside.
Wow. And is it dark all day?
Not since I think yesterday. It haven't been that dark. Today, I guess, and there's more on our side, but still really yeah, you could still feel the ash in the air, like through breathing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Do you
Yeah,
have any?
uh,
Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Do you have any livestock? Do you have any? Do you do any farming at all? Are you in that area?
Well, actually, we had a few lettuce that was put down, but that's squash.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that can't think about that again. But the livestock down this side, though, in the green zone it fairly all right. I think eventually the ash is gonna I think burn the plants anyway. Like if you might have certain goods and stuff like that, like the ash like that is not really good for plants or animals or people.
Wow.
Mm. But I was out for the past. I've been going outside for the like since the first explosion, yeah, and I tell you what, I've been seeing a lot, yeah, but I've been kind of seeing, I've been going out, got to see a couple shelters or wherever the case is, and I'm really looking, I'm seeing a lot more, it's like a population boom down this side of the island, because like you're seeing more folks around, you know what I mean?
Everybody came
I've
down.
definitely seen, yeah. Nobody came down. And people, for the most part, though, I think the good thing is, though, for the most part, though, Vincentians, we already have this kind of family structure. So most people didn't really have any problems like letting people in or helping people out. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Because we already have, well, the West Indies in general, you know how it is. We don't, on a good day, we don't really need the volcano to blow to show one another love.
All right.
We always had a genuine West Indian love. So now that it's blowing, like, people have been really doing the best to help out each other. I've been, a few people didn't have water. They checked me in Bel Air.
You're breaking up a bit. So it's hard. It's sometimes hard to follow. But I was just saying that I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see that your family's okay. Um, and we
Yeah,
just want to hear what life is like over there because we're very concerned outside of St. Vincent. We are very concerned about you guys. We wanted, we're praying for you. That's the minimum we can do. But we want to know all the things that you guys need at this moment. Hearing about how hard the breathing
yeah,
is, I could see that the masks are
yeah.
much necessary.
Yeah. And I mean, it's funny how things work out. Oh, it's funny we actually started having to wear the mask and stuff like that because then the mask then came in really handy
Right.
from the day the volcano blowed. Like, so it's how ironic,
Right.
you know, like yeah. So yeah, I go tell you what the situation, and I go clarify something right now. The situation is way more serious than a certain part of the media might make it seem. I know a few people might be seeing people dancing in the ash and things like that. And I would say to that, that's just how some people deal with fear.
Okay.
Some people, they troll to deal with fear. Everybody have their own way of dealing with fear. But my advice would be still, it's okay to be scared.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't panic.
Yeah.
As long as you don't panic, that's where you would go wrong. But nothing wrong with being scared. That's how you know you're. But yeah, more serious than I think people really actually realize, because there's been like system problems as well, like a few banking problems, especially like for people who haven't been paid yet. Like
Mm.
we're going to definitely get some problems, and I don't think the landlords are going to really care. That's also another issue, because if this thing was to blow for 10 months, let's say this thing blow for 10 months, you
Right.
know, I don't think the landlord's going to really care. So that's another problem again.
Right.
And how long can we maintain shelters? All this kind of stuff is a concern, because we don't know if it's gonna last for 2 weeks or 10 months. But either how, mm, it's not looking good.
Well, that's good perspective, because that's something we're not thinking about. We're watching the day by day, and we don't know how long it's going to last. UE Seismic is saying it may last days, it may last weeks, but even the scientists, don't know.
Yeah, who is to say, like we have no we don't have no control over this. Like, I mean, we live with a volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Um, since being a little sinister, we somewhat can't complain. You know what I mean? We live with a volcano. We know
Right.
at some point, I just felt like because I've been thinking about a lot of things too. Maybe we should have already thought these things out as a country. We should have probably already had what you call maybe a doomsday plan.
Right.
Okay, what we're going to do the next time the volcano blow. Because that could be tomorrow or in the next 20 years. But then life is a funny thing.
So there's no volcano drills or like public service announcements that go out regularly about what happened, what to do if.
There are some instructions that you could get, because I remember learning some stuff in school and whatnot. I remember that. I remember Nemo did a campaign when I was in school, and they were teaching a lot of people a lot of stuff. But I mean, to be honest with you, that's just one thing. Um, you need actual physical, structured stuff.
Yeah.
Like stuff, like, what I mean? Like we have agriculture here. We should have been thinking of backup plans for agriculture. Like what we're gonna do when all this sulfur fall down, because if we can't grow our own food, we stagnated. You know what I'm saying? And how long could we expect people to donate? Like anyhow you look at it, as time goes by, we're gonna, it's gonna get worse in the long run.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what about the economy? How we going to go back to normal? How long it going to take us to clean the ash? When should we start cleaning the ash? You know what I mean? Like it's just a lot of things, you know. Because ever since the volcano blow, I've already accepted it, and I've been just thinking about the next, like, we're gonna happen within the next couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Because it done blown. I mean, ain't nothing we could do
Right.
about that again. I mean, I ain't going to panic again. You know what I mean? I ain't going. It's there. But
Wow. Well, you're breaking up again,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna keep you.
Yeah,
Really
right.
appreciate your because I really wanted to talk to somebody on the ground to see what life is like there for you
Mm-hmm.
guys. Right now
Yeah.
we're collecting information about how to send resources and who to work with. And so I will be posting that up when I gather all of those things. Anything that you feel
Mm-hmm.
you need, DM me, let me know, and we'll put that on our
Right.
list of things that are needed in St. Vincent. I, for one, am
Right.
personally very, very interested in you staying safe because I need that voice to be all right. I
Yeah.
need you to stay
Oh,
healthy.
oh,
The
I hope so though. I hope so though. Like I do hope so. But I mean, at this point, I've been really thinking. I mean, exactly been thinking about my voice. To be honest, I mean,
mm-hmm.
what's chance if this sulfur make my voice more rusty? I work with it. I work with it. I make it work. I make it work. I think people would understand.
Last time you were on the show, I played at least 4 tunes in a row that were all with the sexy voice. So I think you'll be all right. We will accept it.
Yeah.
We will accept it. But I want to talk to a few more people. So I thank you for joining us tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Please stay
yeah.
safe and let us know else again. I'm gonna
Mm.
touch on a little bit
I
of that
will. I
Vincy
will.
right now as well.
Yeah.
Have a safe night.
Yeah. All right. Take care.
My team we don't back down from nobody. Them things you don't back down from nobody. From party to champions, everybody. Want to invite me in them hand. I hope they can take it all inside you. Come take the go wind up all inside you.
This is Mason. Song is them Vincy.
Come take the go union all inside you. Every time that the story, put the thing inside properly. Ain't your body going to it better rated at the discovery. Every show that the discovery, they will have to pay small fee. Even though me done move a long time, panty man they just call me. If you want to see how we just party, put me inside. If you want to see how we just make them talk, put me inside. If you got to work, then just call me. Put me inside. Never pray to God, we don't make your girl go. Put me inside. My team we don't back down from nobody. Them things you don't back down from nobody. From party to champions, everybody. Want to invite me in them hand. I hope you can take it all inside you. Come take the go wind up all inside you. Come take the go lick all inside
Vincy
you.
strong, big up yourself.
Come take the go union all inside you. To the studio in Barley, you na and I started. And the game was never the same. The day I pump up inside it. Me and Jay we still rolling, still picking party from morning.
Quick interview.
Hello, hi. Oh, we're already having technical issues. There you go.
Okay.
Thank you for being
Mike,
with us. I saw you came in here early.
mic check 1, 2.
Oh, we hear you. You guys hear? Are you guys hearing?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Marlon Hill. And I know Marlon's like, why are you bothering me, lady? I'm not from St. Vincent. I'm not in St. Vincent. What is happening? I'm like, I know, but let me tell you something. It is crazy the amount of WhatsApp groups, the amount of IG posts that your name has come up in relation to doing good work for St. Vincent in this crisis. Tell people about yourself. Just give a brief introduction about who you are, what you do, and what you're doing.
Well, Jamaican descent. I grew up in Jamaica half my life, and then the majority of my life I grew up in Miami. Finished school here in Florida. My wife Carla is from Trinidad and Tobago. I've gone to school in Costa Rica, gone to school in Barbados, but I'm a lawyer in Miami, and I basically represent entrepreneurs and artist entrepreneurs, helping them to build a legacy in their bank account and build a legacy in their communities. So, but I've always been an advocate on Caribbean issues. You know, and really that really came from my mom's experience and her transition in the United States, and how difficult it is for new immigrants to adjust to life in the United States. And I promised myself that if I had the power or I had the knowledge, that I would do something about it. So as a lawyer, that's what I've done. I've helping Caribbean citizens apply for citizenship, build community organizations, just build community. So I really believe a lot in building a support system in your community. And so I feel very strongly that whenever one tragedy impacts us on any island, it impacts everybody. So if something happens in Montserrat, we all should be supporting what happens in Montserrat. So if something happens in Jamaica, we would expect people to support what happens in Jamaica. If something happens in Haiti or Dominican Republic, the same thing. I don't care the language, I don't care the accent, I don't care whether or not you call it oil dung, or you call it dung oil, or you call it peas and rice, or you call it rice and peas. It don't matter.
Well, let me just quick side note. I'm a lawyer as well, and so I've been following you / stalking you on that side for many a year. But like I was saying, your name is coming up a lot in your efforts for this volcano, that eruption right now. I watched your live as well yesterday. We spoke with Kevin Little and Kobayashi, and tell us about what you're working on right now, what you're coordinating.
Yeah. So what we're trying to do really is just to kind of do our part to create more efficient coordination of relief efforts, no matter where it is in the world, right? So I'm here in South Florida, you are in New York. I'm sure we have some friends in the live that are from other parts of the country. They're from Canada, the UK, they're from the Caribbean. But the bottom line is that we need to get urgent priority supplies to St. Vincent. So how are we going to do that? Consul General Mackie Holder was on point. He was like, listen, the first thing that you can do is pull out your debit card and stroke a check. It's very, very easy. You just have to decide who you want to send your check to. Do you want to send a check to Skinny and his organization? Do you want to send a check to Kevin Little and his family foundation? Do you want to send a check to our organization, the Caribbean Strong Coalition, so that we can, that we will deliver transparently? We will tell you exactly where your money is going to go. Because you can shop for supplies, but are you sure your supplies are going to get there safely and on time? So money is one of the quickest ways to do it. So we are just trying to coordinate, giving people the full menu, empower people with information so that they can make decisions as to how they want to help our Vincy family. And that's what we're doing. We did it with Hurricane Maria. We did it with Hurricane Dorian in the Bahamas. And it's all under the umbrella of Caribbean Strong, and every flag is important. Every person, whether or not they're born in the Caribbean or not. And that's what we're trying to do. Excellent. So we have a relief fund. It's at if you go to sflcaribbeanstrong.org, that is the website that's going to have all the information, the drop-off locations, how the items are going to be packaged and transported to the shippers. We are confirming shippers because it costs. Nothing in life is free,
Right.
So you have to raise the money.
Even in the face of a crisis.
Even somebody's gaining. Right. The bottled water guy is happy right now.
Right.
He's like, haha, yes. But hey, people need water. You need water and you need oxygen. So the goggles with the goggles when the police are wearing, the protesters in Minnesota. Sorry to make that reference, but we need those type of goggles in St. Vincent, right? Because if you have respiratory issues, you are going to have an impact. So sflcaribbeanstrong.org, we're just trying to inspire our people, whether you own a business or you have a community organization or you're a family, you're just a family. We developed an Amazon link with the priority list of items. You go to the Amazon link, you pick the items and have it delivered to the shipper. Easy.
Oh man, I wish I knew that this morning.
Easy. So you just, your budget is $50, your budget is $100, your budget is $500. So that's what we're doing. We're about to go live in Clubhouse for those people that are signed on to Clubhouse. We're going to go live on Clubhouse at 8 p.m. with
Perfect.
Kevin Little and Barry Hype. So my appeal to everyone tonight, really, our culture is our power source, our fuel, right? Soca music is like it's our oxygen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's use the power of soca music to keep our spirits high, keep us energized, because we're going to get back together for Juve. Don't worry.
Please and thanks.
We'll have an Ash Juve soon. Don't worry, SocaSaySo family. SocaSaySo family. SocaSaySo.
Good.
We'll get to that together. So check us out at sflcaribbeanstrong.org. Big ups to DJ Spice for checking in. Thank you, my brother.
What's the Clubhouse channel that you're gonna be on?
We're gonna be on the Caribbean Diaspora Music,
okay.
But we're gonna open it up. You're gonna see Caribbean Strong, Vincy Volcano Relief, and we're gonna try to have a conversation there, share the information, get any ideas. We're following it very closely. We're in touch with Skinny, we're in touch with Kubi, we're in touch with the Red Cross, Lions Club, a full network of people that know what they're doing.
Excellent.
Right? And all we're trying to do is just to make sure that we coordinate it efficiently so that our friends and family in Vincy can recover and to be safe as well.
I appreciate that because we can, like we said, we can throw a lot of things, and who knows where it's gonna land down there and who's in charge, and then everybody's gonna join on the bandwagon of, look, they didn't share out the things right.
Yeah.
Oh, the stuff is over there wasting this and that.
No. We're going to be monitoring that very closely. So
Excellent.
Prime Minister Gonsalves has committed, and obviously he has to be accountable like any leader. I'm calling our government. I'm encouraging you guys, call President Biden, call Secretary Blinken, call Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, and say, Congresswoman, what is our government doing? Had a conversation today with the U.S. Southern Command, which is our military here in the southern part of the United States. So they're going to be helping out as well. Just got off the phone with Royal Caribbean. They have 2 ships offshore that are waiting for instructions. So we are monitoring that as well. So we need to use the power of our vote because we pay taxes.
Right.
We just happen to be from St. Lucia and Jamaica and blah, blah. And we need to call and say, hey, we want you to take care of our family and friends, because the first place that those islands purchase supplies and goods from is
the U.S. Yeah.
Right. So
right back.
Yeah, man. But thank you for bringing me on, and big ups to everybody. If you want to reach me, just send me a DM on IG or go to sflcaribbeanstrong.org.
I will jump in the Clubhouse as soon as I get off of here. But big up to Barry Hype, because Barry Hype has been coordinating people across the world, basically.
Don't sleep on Barry, Barry, Prime Minister. When he says he's the Prime Minister, don't sleep on Barry Hype.
A big hello to Barry Hype.
Exactly.
And Kevin Little was supposed to be on with us today. And in the middle of the show, we're texting back and forth. He's doing a lot. At the beginning of the show, I said the amount of people I've been invited onto the show. I didn't mind if none of them showed up, because you guys are doing some real work. And I don't want to get in the way of the real work, but we'll stay in touch and we'll try.
Yeah, man. Send me your full contact information. I want to drop you in the chat as well, so you can keep posted and make sure that our New York family are not stepping over each other.
Right.
Hello.
All right. Thank you so much for joining.
All right, love. Thank you.
Great night. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Marlon Hill. We're going to touch on a couple more songs. Usually I give you guys a little request time on a Tune Tuesday. Tune Tuesday, for all of you who are just joining, it's normally where we fling down the soca tunes. But our hearts are feeling for the people of St. Vincent, the people of Barbados, people of St. Lucia, people of Grenada, all those affected by La Soufriere, by the volcanic eruption. But listen, do not count Vincy people down. Listen, let's Skinny Fabulous is gonna tell you.
You see that place called 784? They're a different planet altogether. Hey, I see them lighters. 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 Look, Vincy people. Nobody know about like Vincy people. No, nobody know about like Vincy people. Watching them with time up on your vehicle. Just Vincy people. I say we mother, we are. We abroad. Some of the people them shouting no God. When we go party, we party in hard. Take off the shoe, put it up in the air. Tell the security that we no care. Up on the table, stand up on a chair. Take out your matches and make up a flare. Lighters, lighters. Bacon, that's it, lighters. Bacon, lighters. Bacon, that's it, lighters. Bacon, lighters. Bacon, that's it, lighters. Bacon. Look, Vincy people.
Nobody know bad like Vincy people. Yes, a full 100% grenading, and I say that.
Watching them with time up on your vehicle. Just Vincy people. Everything that when we mash up the tongue. Be a blessing when we jump in a gun. One in the weed and we drink in the rum. Mash up the floor when we chop with the tongue. Vincy me go and a Vincy me from. You know that me man from the dead and me born. Me dead and me rock and me flag and me hand. To turn up the fed is the only mission. North and the south and the east and the west. Fire and Luther that smash up the fed. Hyper 4,000 and carbon freeness. Pick up to Casper, she up in the fed. Royal and that's the and all of the rest. 6 quick set times in the set. Small circle, never see nothing yet. He's just come and she mash up the fed. Help on film, but we cannot forget. Big up Jamesy P.
Big up Simba. I saw you on the live as well. Big up Simba. That's Skinny Fabulous of Vincy people. Skinny Fabulous has been posting on the daily, sometimes multiple times a day, about what is going on in St. Vincent on the ground and how people can help. And he's been helping other people. He's just, doing amazing in the face of this craziness that is. I mean, listen, I thought 2020 was enough, but boy, oh boy, 2021 just is like, what about me? I want to do craziness too. I can't even. Oh, Fimber is here. Fimber, do you have a second to join the live? I just want to say hello, hi, let the people see you because they're wondering. They want to know if you're doing all right. Listen, like I said, Kevin Little was here. Thank you, Cordell. Kevin Little was here. He jumped in while we were talking to the Barbados Counsel General, and then he had to run again, and then he came back, and then he had to run again. He is busy coordinating. Him and his wife are coordinating efforts to really try and get funds and supplies to St. Vincent. I think they've already had one shipment there already, and they're working on some more. So what are you going to do? And obviously, we just heard from Marlon Hill that he is getting ready for a Clubhouse, which I don't mind if you jump off of here and go to Clubhouse to jump in that conversation, because I feel like there's going to be a lot more gems dropped there as well. And we are all here to support each other at this point. We're not here to divide. So that's no problem. I really want to thank my guests for coming on today. I mean, everything is so hectic right now. Everybody that I reached out to has been very busy. And I, like I said, I do not mind that they don't have time to come on because they're doing good work. It's 8:04. I'm actually going to just play one more song. So unfortunately, no, there's a question. Fimba said he can join, but not right this second. So maybe I'll take a few requests. If you guys have requests for some Vincy songs, I'll take a couple of requests so we can hang out for Fimba to join on. If you don't have requests, then I'll play my last tune and we can say goodnight. Do what you can. Stay abreast of the information. If you have breaking news about St. Vincent, you could definitely share a DM, or you could email SocaSaySo@gmail.com. Look at Brooklyn Psycho as usual, ready with the request. And if you haven't caught up yet with the BK Ranta Rave podcast, make sure you check us out. We're almost done with season 5, which is crazy. That is my final song, El Padrino, the Godfather. That is my final song, St. Vincent, I Love You by Beckett. But let's play Brooklyn Psycho's request, Good People by Skinny Fabulous. Unified Crafts, hello, hi.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, God bless the man curse, you know. Yeah, I want. Yeah. Boom. Put your hands on my eyes, Counsel. Show me a signal out there. All hard working people. Don't make the devil defeat you. Anything one man will fail. Righteousness always prevail. We born bad men and born evil, but it's not an easy road. It's not an easy road. It's not an easy road. No easy road. Put your hands in the air and jump and tell them that people will rise above. Good people will rise above. Some people will rise above. We will rise above. Good people will rise above. Some people will rise above. So me ask them, what you never know? What you never know? What you never know? And not here with bad mind other, bad mind other, bad mind other. Get not here with the theater, the theater, the theater. Get not here. Put your hands in the air and jump and tell them. I'm sing them, good people will rise above. Good people will rise above. Some people will rise above. We will rise above. Good people will rise above. Some people will rise above.
Good people will rise again. Vincy, people are not down. They are up. They are up, which is so amazing to see. I'm gonna play my last tune. And my choice to end the night is St. Vincent, I Love You by Beckett. Thank you all for joining TuneTuesday. This has been a wonderful show, and I will definitely put out the information that we learned today. And if you have more information, feel free to DM SocaSaySo or email SocaSaySo@gmail.com.
No diamond, yet I love you a million for the things that you have to offer. It's more than my heart's desire. Lovely beach, tropical breeze, always there within my reach. I love you, St. Vincent, me sweet little island, St. Vincent. I love you, St. Vincent, home of the blessed St. Vincent. St. Vincent, St. Vincent, I love you. Can look at the sunrise, can look at the sunset.
Classic.
Sweet Mother Nature, such beauty, such splendor. Can live my life without fear. Freedom to go anywhere. You got love and you got peace. From La Soufriere to the Grenadines, I love you, St. Vincent, me sweet little island, St. Vincent. I love you, St. Vincent, home of the blessed St. Vincent. St. Vincent, St. Vincent, I love you.
Good night. Stay safe. Follow SocaSaySo on all social media and SocaSaySo.com. And make sure you join TuneTuesday every Tuesday night via Instagram Live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.